Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello. My name is Ashley. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. I am a makeup artist. I do bridal hair and makeup. Today's video is my quick everyday makeup routine, and I'm also going to be giving like tips and ideas for you on how to create your quick everyday routine, because what I'm going to do today is not going to work for everybody. Everybody's skin and needs are so different and specific to you that don't feel like if you watch someone's tutorial that you have to go out and get everything that they get. I'm going to show you what I do and how I do it really quickly, typically 10 to 15 minutes max, but also talk you through why I've made these decisions so that if you are trying to curate your own everyday makeup routine that's really quick and easy while also getting good results, hopefully this will help to give you some ideas on how to do that. First, I'm going to put my hair up because I just like having it back when I do my makeup. So the makeup look I'm showing you today is, I'll say, my pre-pandemic or non-mask makeup look. If you want to see how I do my makeup when I'm wearing a mask, check out this video. I go into all the details on how I make like a full face of makeup last under my mask for a whole day. This is 5 products for my quickest everyday routine. So my 5 products are right here. I have a foundation, bronzer, blush, concealer, and highlighter. These are my like everyday, no matter what I'm doing, I'm using these products. Maybe not these products specifically, you know, so I always have a foundation, a concealer, a bronzer, a blush, and a highlighter. And these are the ones I've been using recently. Now that does not include my skincare. I do my skincare like before my makeup, obviously, but like I'll do that and then I'll brush my teeth or I'll get dressed because I want to allow time for my skincare to like really soak in. I always do a moisturizer every day. I'll put my favorites down below, and I always do sunscreen. Even though we've been in a pandemic and most of us have been living inside for over a year, always do sunscreen. The only reason you shouldn't do sunscreen is if you live in a windowless home. So I'm going to put a little bit of this on right now just because I did my skincare a few hours ago and my skin is feeling a little bit dry. I'm going to start with my foundation. So typically when I'm doing my makeup this way, I'm in a rush because I'm like going to work. And so it's really nice to know exactly what the plan is. My one recommendation, I'm spilling this everywhere. No, I knew that was gonna happen. I'm wearing white pants. What was I even saying before I spilled makeup on my pants? Okay, so first recommendation if you are trying to make a everyday makeup routine is think about what are the products you already have that you already know how to use and know work for your skin. Second, think about what are you even trying to accomplish? So for me, the reason I'm putting foundation on is because I want to even out my skin tone. I have hyperpigmentation, you know, I've got like different splotches, and I just like the look of a more finished face. So I like foundation. But I have really dry skin, like I said, and I love glowy skin. And so I am not going to use a matte foundation or a foundation that's going to make me dry throughout the day. I'm using, I don't even think I told you what foundation I'm using. This is the Estee Lauder Futurist Hydra Rescue. I picked this foundation specifically because I know it wears well throughout the day and it's gonna give me that glowy look that I like, and it's not gonna make me look gross by the end of the day. So think about what are your needs. So are you trying to just wear a little mascara? Oh, that's the other thing I didn't mention is I always have lashes on, at-home lash extensions. So right now I'm wearing Flutter Habit just because I'm trying that brand out right now, but I usually have on Lashify lashes. So that's why mascara is not one of my products, because I always have lashes on, which I love. That's why I go makeup free so much, is because I have lashes on and I feel perfectly done up. I always have lashes on and I always have my eyebrows on. So sometimes that's part of my morning routine is putting my eyebrows on. Typically I use a gel, the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. And that usually stays on my eyebrows pretty well. And if I wash my face and they come off, I immediately put them back on just because I have blonde eyebrows because that's my natural hair color and they're very sparse. So I always have eyebrows on and I always have lashes on no matter what. So that's typically not part of my morning routine. So just think about like, what am I wanting from my makeup? Don't just do things because you watched a makeup tutorial and someone said that they do it. Do what makes sense for your routine and what your needs are. So the next thing I always use is usually concealer. I have blue and darkness under my eyes, especially if I'm sleep deprived. I typically always use a concealer since I'm rushing in the morning. I don't have time to color correct and conceal, which is what I prefer to do like on my brides, but nobody's got time for that during the work week. So what I love for that, for me, that is hydrating and covers the darkness and brightens, is the Instant Age Rewind corrector and concealer. This is a little too dark for me right now. The shade is 120 light and it's a little dark for me. I'm just gonna use it today, but I either use this one 120 or 110. The reason I like this concealer is because it covers the blueness under my eyes because it's also like kind of a corrector. So I like to focus it really where, yeah, see that color is a little off. It's fine. We're just gonna pretend like it matches. I like to focus really where there's blueness and then lift a little bit at the corner. I like to use a brush. Sorry, I also did not tell you what the brush was that I use for my foundation. This will all be linked below if I forget anything. This is Real Techniques. This is their buffing brush. I love all of their brushes because all of them work so well for either powder or cream products. This is the Morphe E20 brush and I'm just gonna buff this concealer in and I take it up here as well to kind of double as an eye primer. I'm mostly just trying to cancel out the veins in my eyelids. All right, once I have that done, then I'm going to use my bronzer. Again, when we're thinking about why am I using this product, for me, I always use a bronzer because I'm so pale that I want to bring some color and life back to my face. And, you know, I'd say most people could benefit from using a bronzer if you are using foundation because our skin naturally has lots of different pigment in it. So like this foundation shade that I used does not match 100% of my skin because our skin has different shades all around it. Typically people are a little bit tanner up on their forehead, tanner on our cheeks, because in our nose, you know, because that is where the sun is hitting. So when we put a foundation on, it's making it all one color. So your face looks very flat. We use bronzer and blush to kind of bring that color back, but we're going to bring it back exactly where we want. I am using the cream bronzer from Fenty Beauty. I love this bronzer. I have it in shade 2 Butter Biscuit. This is a gorgeous shade if you are as pale as I am. I am going to take this and I am using a Morphe M449 brush for this. It's kind of just it's a little bit bigger than the concealer brush I used. And I'm using a cream bronzer just because I like this product and I like having dewy, like fresh makeup in the winter time. And I like to focus it. I start at my cheekbones and I kind of like to carve out a little bit here just to kind of like I'm contouring but not crazy, and I go up on my cheeks as well. I like to keep it looking fresh and natural while also adding some dimension back in. And then I like to bring it up along my hairline. Again, this is naturally where lots of people get color. Most people get color because that's where the sun hits. I also like to then go down my nose. I'm just trying to bring color back in and give it a little bit of shape. Then I go a little bit on my jawline, but not too much. This is my next big tip for if you're trying to make your makeup routine go faster. Use your bronzer for your eyeshadow. I'm going to take and you can do this with cream or with powder. So I'm just taking a fluffy brush. This is from an old Urban Decay palette. So sorry, I can't link it. I will link some of my favorite Morphe brushes that are affordable and work really well for this. So I just take it and I go in my crease and I just go super messy. Again, we're just trying to bring some color and contour to our face. And this is like a step that can elevate your look a lot with like very minimal effort. Since I'm using a very natural color, it does not need to be anything super fancy. And then I'm taking the smaller side of this brush because I like to have some color underneath, and I'm just bringing that all the way. And this is a good trick, a good technique if you're trying to make your eyes appear bigger, is adding some eyeshadow or contour or bronzer, whatever you're using, underneath. So that's it for our bronzer. Then I'm gonna take my blush, and I'm using a cream blush. I'm using the Nude Sticks Nudies Matte all over face blush color. I love Nude Sticks. I love all their products. I say that without having tried all of their products. I like everything I've tried. I love using this, and I'll show you why, because this is gonna be 3 different things. First, I'm gonna do my blush, and I like to smile and not start at the balls of my cheeks, but kind of a little further back and bring it up my temple because I want it to lift my face a little bit. Okay, and then I'm gonna use a brush. I'm using the Real Techniques Contour brush, and while I'm still smiling, I am just gonna stipple this in, kind of almost like lately I've been going up where like I put highlight, but I like how it's been lifting my face. We're just gonna blend it in. This is in the shade Body Language. I just love it. It's so pretty. And then I always just hit my nose a little bit, add a little bit of color there. Okay, and then the second part of what this is I'm going to use it as eyeshadow. And I'm going to take it on my finger, and I'm just gonna rub it on my eyelid lightly. This dries down matte, so it's not gonna like slide all over my eyelid throughout the day. Perfect. And then lastly, it's my lipstick. Perfect. It's that easy. I just did 3 things. And then my last step is using highlighter. And again, I'm going with a cream product, so it's more like a liquid. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Fusion something. I'll link it. I don't know. The label rubbed off. I love glowy skin, like I've said. And so for me, highlighter is a necessity. So I used a lot. You do not need to use as much. And I'm using another Real Techniques brush to blend it in. And I like to bring it all the way to the apple of my cheek, so that when I smile, it's all dewy and fresh. And I bring it all the way up here. And then I just like to get the very tip of my nose and then the center of my nose. And then whatever's left on my brush, I kind of just like bring it to other parts of my face. And that's it. Oh, and then I always end with setting spray, but I don't count that as a product because it takes 5 seconds to take the cap off and spray your face. If you want to see my whole video on how I use setting powder and setting spray, I will link that here. And that's that, y'all. This video is probably longer than 10 minutes, but if I'm not talking, I can do this in 10 minutes. And I also recommend like keeping these products in a bag, and keeping the brushes you use every day in one bag, just this stuff. As soon as I start to add other things to that bag, I get tempted to use the other things, but if I just keep these 5 products and these brushes in one bag together and keep that in one spot, then the routine is even faster because I just pull out that bag and I just use that stuff and I put that bag back. I hope this video was helpful for you. Let me know what you thought, and let me know if you have any ideas for future videos that you would like to see, or product reviews, anything. I'm always open to suggestions on what it is that y'all are looking for. So thank you for being here, and thank you for watching, and I hope you subscribe so that you can see what else I have coming for you. Thanks for watching. Bye.